ntimi afifi amba untimi ko to obi player and family mission but club football there what we are turning and no akofo we aba Italy are really struggling to transition to where they belong to.
Okay,
but where do they belong to in terms of football? Are we a part of Uruguay? Are we a part of France, Portugal, Spain, Argentina, Brazil squad? No, Italy. Talking about the forefathers of the World Cup. Talking about countries are creating legends for the biggest of platforms in this game. Italy can. They produce top goalkeepers, top central defenders. Every department of the game, Italy have been part of it. But then some more struggle. They are really struggling to put up a very solid team. About me, and Marshall Nema or Europe. Let alone say Omoboria the global platform. So, Gigi Donnarumma had a very good season with PSG. But the core Italy now, we shall game the course now. And you man koya farmers are no way no. We can talk about some of the young guys who give them CA among a war Italy national team. But at the apex of the game, somebody like Giorgio Scavini, Bastoni, Akomia Miki, no stories bebre after the Champions League success for Inter Milan. But these two central defenders are not ready to move the ship for the Nerazzurris. Everything Italy biano about very tough. The Amamu say. Couple. Even talking about the midfielder, Italy no. Currently, we don't see those guys anymore. So after our game, no, Gigi Donnarumma because said 3 goals to the end, but Omoko blame no. So I consider the cheapest of goals. No way for a show more. And Ewo Oslo no. Omokasapa team no start make comments as if say and the Italian national team now you're full of stronger mentality. You know mobile be share how much almost starting from their national anthem. Obey say na ti how much one anthem now. Then you know say Obabe face a very strong team. But where have they gone to? And now your Nations League semi-final, they are not where to be found. And check 2021, no more top game, no more Bobio. I'm gonna give Venice Spain for no It was a top level game. But I feel say the BBC in a year, Juventus no FAD off no. The same thing as I can Italy national team no. I almost so struggle so much. But my key problem is say Tambeni be home, especially looking at the fastest pay for on crown crab bray. And I'm do more successes. This is it. Only as someone come here can. Zappa Costa. I mean, top level country like Italy, you move him on, scar somebody and then fill the gap. Let me my country for under 17, 18, under 20. But Spain for now, you pushing Pablo Torre, most of U21. No? If your potential is huge, or may push you the national team. Look at the central defensive partnership from the ball now. No Spain for no Lino Man, and of course Dean Hassan, Paul Kubasi, Kra no man starting no. But these guys are all young guys about game them. So Italy for them come home. Couple Omoke come home because Spain, France. Look at France quite more paradise say. But on the other side, Argentina for a very beautiful thing. One coach I only deal with game Lionel Scaloni for Argentina. After Sawa Joe World Cup no. Na my dream say Giacchini Pep Guardiola ne Luis Enrique mon come bet me de Scaloni ababeka home. But still, you didn't know from
all national team now so can
it could be part because I said to me
national tournament be a national assignment my NT or like club na the be a woman.
Two, especially South America, not many people follow that game to that end. Just a bit, I don't want to feel better and abandon saying amount for. But Scaloni is doing a very good job with Argentina. Look, in the World Cup 2022 against the Netherlands, against Mexico, against Croatia, against France in the final, no, now a ball with a very, very open 4-3-3 and that with TVC. Now line up when I show left back when the back somebody actually when him hoenche. Tagliafico the ball. Right back in your Molina. When a man assist, a Messi man assist against the Netherlands and our ball Sabon 28. Back in central defense and Otamendi and now Romero, Cristiano Romero. Couple Fasteros at Otamendi we beba.
Okay.
Oban Fifi on my typical free man me phone and a McAllister of Liverpool. Enzo Fernandez and a body jina on Rodrigo Di Polici. Oba Olimpa no beto kuku dam no mienu. And on that young guy no Julian Alvarez. Messi Di Maria. But the name come on ye dino couple. Look at this lineup of the body Chile. Quality transition. Now Oshe omo back line no Martinez na ball work up no. Otamendi is out. And Baledi we were bought Olympic Marseille for 5 successive seasons. Minimum of game load our bought per season is 17. Valued 19.9 million euros on the transfer market. And one movie Otamendi no de Baledi we say about Beshaho, Aka Cristiano Romero, Tagliafico and then Molina at so positions. No. But midfield na unya Enzo no. Enzo retire. Enzo nyini enye age, nye pra, nye whatever the betting me in a free lineup room. But by virtue of transitions into the coach ni Juma for no try the initial let's come no more Rodrigo Di Paul Palacios a ball quality football for Diego Simeone and offer two no the Ababa show pay mo and Mama Enzo resting. Now Di Maria position and the Thiago Almada, one of the biggest prospects in South American football.
Yes, transition here Juma.
Perfect. What baby and common economy. Di Maria hono no de Thiago Amada Ababesho. You saw Thiago in the club football Europe hu na no ye. And then o share the other side now. Who Diego Simeone bano. Guilherme Simeone on the board the other side one. And in the final third, one of the best 3 center forwards in the game currently, Julian Alvarez on the top no. 4-2-3-1 convertible 4-3-3. Now play your conversion here Jumana and Nico pass. So this is the team. McAllister position and a Nico pass ebono. Now this coach is working marvelously. And nunti na mitwa na mhwe Italian national team na. Na me busa mo say dey na nkrofo yi.
No mo nim kra ne bi o mo yimaje ba o metima.
Asem na no busa no.
Asem krofo yi na ebo a edu ba bia na o me de nkra ba ko mienu bia be fam. But we say the odi Argentina lineup na to na. Yes we Di Maria be free away beba. Nico pass mo ba be rem ni ade ba Italian national team ye hu ni sa. Aso mo no mo pejaso jaso ya sambo squad ni evangel resource.
Players are matured.
Yes.
But Argentina are doing a massive job under Scaloni. And transition we know. Look, players now walk from midfield to the number 9. A couple of them will be 5 years. They can age on. You still see them in the top level. Rodrigo Di Paul, Palacios, Nico Paz, Guilherme Simeone, Thiago Almada, Julian Alvarez. For 5 years, could be age on. You still see them in the top level of the game. This is proper transition. When you know, we see 2 players walk up winning squad. Ube you best midfielders in the game. BM got 20. I still bobo mudi muni line up we say mu. Enzo Fernandez about 20 midfielders are money. McAllister about 20 are money. Yet they are not here. So
Argentina after winning the World Cup almost a baby power.
Omo ya juma na hwe goalkeeper na odem no onya na dwen so okone ena quickly man move Otamendi free Cristiano Romero che ho no mo de Baledi aba be ho smooth transition. The next job Tagliafico left back position ho on be po na ba be ho. This is Argentina Copa America next edition no Argentina will come very thick and fast. Victor Osimhen na amanfo busa ade kra no Osimhen obi en Manchester United be strike is so apparent. And so evidential say clubs like Chelsea, Manchester United epen number 9 for even Barcelona crepe number 9. But adena Victor Osimhen obi empeno me am te hese here. Me 3 strikers in the game currently. Me bo Haaland baako, me bo Osimhen mienu, na me bo Julian Alvarez atoso me yensa. But that didn't obi anko Osimhen. It's not an issue of racism. That country back where we racism or dimu tintima we are so akwa G trophy ho in the last 30 years the amomo aje kapo canon area so nye issue of racism no be mpeno. But madwene ya akwa kire me se e to bi so ya no bi mo hwehwe se se ehu de nti obi empo Osimhen o suba bi o kira coaches ne mpe o dressing room na sa akwa no nye o bad boy na. It's Osimhen a bad boy or kasa on so place in bit sa do baby and so na just say oh no, but Osimhen onya bad boy. Couple football produce bad boys. Osimhen whatever he is onya bad boy, and I am not sure that is the reason till Osimhen move here.
To the problem here.
Oh, a bad boy, I yanka a bad boy sin Diego Costa ni Pepe, ne Suarez and Balotelli, Maradona, Joey Barton, Paulo Di Canio. These boys are bad. When crop from catch and coach is a first half, back or touch around Jot Kakran and Bossa. You're a bad boy, on your bad boy.
Okay.
So men call cry. Oh no, on your bad boy. Even Nigeria crying, you bad boys are. You hope it or sassy or the ring move. No, we're there.
On count.
No. But my whole picture regarding the move now want to be a sick kind of person original. Is 30 be on fancy catcher say Sicano. Look, in terms of football administration, there are 3 clubs and MFA at the standard.
Okay.
Bayern, Madrid, Barcelona. In terms of football administration, these clubs in a couple a better dance at this point. Ombetimi aka say omoma Victor Osimhen say sika we oba be leader of their structural budget and I say omo salary structure and oba be inflate no. Okay, oba Madrid oba ba Giache Kylian Mbappe. Is that feasible? Oba Barca say ya. Do you think Barca be ma Victor Osimhen that sika no so on fa me say na salary structure no so. All these 3 clubs are a butcher or no clubs are omumimia. Bayern had to wait for Jonathan Tah so be go free.
Yeah.
No mako tia 800,000 Ediama Leverkusen for no mako timi ko use no or club world cup. So clubs we me ensa de omo bo omo bra no amana show say sikani bi ni ho but omo nim je o game no omo ba so build a very solid teams. Enti Madrid be twen Mbappe so be free no aba. Barcelona be twen Lewandowski say mo be go no aba. This has been it. But clubs like Manchester United, Shadrack wo salary structure na on fan to sene hwade. You have Bruno consistent in performance in terms of profile and statuses. Bruno is a key figure for Manchester United. And on one crowd team. This is the active salary roster for Manchester United. Now, Osha player or that top is here, Casemiro. No about Bruno, no about Marcus Rashford or Oko. Now Messi Mount or Oko, Jadon Sancho. This is it. They've made problems for themselves. Amash Sancho, Messi Mount, Munisi, can person with Church because what's one sound for Simon to top of you? No for 30 more Simon. Not the many other players from my day. Couple. Who this is getting no more Simon? Or Simon on your photo when you defender.
Obina be Piamano. Yeah.
Na or distracted or be no be piano because on be demand and something me piano san and to and big clubs in Europe no music asemo e be asters there the hono mu nyina ni dwane from Victor Osimhen and it is why halal for no
just a honor because all the music asem there omuni problem
you understand
by Europe ne there
just no adjusting according to the budget of the big clubs.
Okay,
Lewandowski before Baba Barca no or so and answer want so Sergio Busquets at some point they wanted to adjust to the budget of the club so Jordi Abba so Osimhen if he wants to remain at the top level
this is
I'm telling you just so
because our European clubs in no salary structure said the work no
bruh
enya de so mo do be shema be create problem ama club nti wo no adjust ya be had you so now no movie for money dia just say hela no and Saudi no mo they are ready to pay nti na there ba nya ni suba nti
oh no no the suba no enti match
of course
yeah so we move on that me share my next story no France with Ousmane Dembele and Mbappe bebre pa
okay
France with Mbappe, Ousmane Dembele, currently France bebre pa.
Denti.
Oh, it's a couple. Me de oko chika krabia. Me de started 2016 Euros final no. France boy, you know. They've gone through series of transitions.
Yeah.
Na Ousmane Dembele, Mbappe, you know munim. From 2016, you know, I love Serka Shad about my lineup on Nakwashim.
Okay.
At some point, you know, Giroud was the main attacker, but Griezmann was the key member or the face of that France squad. No, now mo bo mani muka krabia na Mbappe babe uremu an obey the leader during the 2018 World Cup. Yeah. Now me say leader couple. It told me you who captain be. Say on a chichire amban.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, so you're a leader or dressing room.
Okay.
There's another big boy be okasa. There are certain players in the dressing room, and you're gonna chichire amban no. But omo leaders. Yes.
Yeah.
Now Ousmane Dembele nyina drew a leveler for club and country. He has to be the leader. Ousmane Dembele. But be the game that drew say you know. The age, the experience, the trajectory of his growth and all of that. What Babe do stage bia.
As only leady.
As a son on a leady. Why should Mbappe so do no? Mbappe de wa lead da no de ba na club football no na omo ne pressure utumi nye leader utumi ba national team ne de Mbappe had already been chosen as the leader of Le Bleu from 2018 World Cup ne ba but club football ne de oso otwiniti ya Cavani nie achina ne ma pie oso ogene ho amasi susemi nie ti club football no na mo ntwema no but national team ne de Mbappe had been accepted. I mean, how the Argentina for not trauma from Croatia for 2018. Natural leader in the national team, but Ousmane Dembele P. Now, France have only projected Dembele to win the Ballon d'Or. Yeah. But you can't win Ballon d'Or no to club football.
So the national team.
So the national team no so. So the national team no so. And then the Kumo Salah Ballon d'Or no I am man for Shahono no. Or boy in soon yina Kuma na Harawa yina de Liverpool. Or Babe Drew Egypt ya. Na ye be Ousmane Dembele has to be the leader for club and country. How would that work out with the presence and the growth and the existence of Kylian Mbappe? How would that work out?
Say he can do his best without the armband. And
armband no cry. But in the final third, okay. Vinicius problem no Mbappe nyano. Mbappe ni Dembele nya bi of France I feel no more sorry. Vinicius was already the leader there. And Mbappe kotono mumi no a limelight no and as bibia ba be favor Mbappe say
okay
couple our France national team no I feel the Dembele who say I can be the leader Mama Nka bi Russia 2018 Ousmane Dembele started the first game for France okay na ankoyie obon with Mbappe I me pe line up no Shadrack nya ho adwuma no fama me first game for France, our Russia 2018, Dembele and then Mbappe started together. But the second game, no kono. Let's also sacrifice Ousmane Dembele. Sa problem na sa be draw bio. Na sa time na Dembele chain or brand ho asiji to mu. But 2018 to 2025, national team no. When Mbappe the best force so papa. Now the problem is, now this is a lineup.
Yeah.
What's Mbappe da?
Yeah.
And
Dembele da.
Where your first lineup on the ball Russia 2018. Opa check free sabre ko say Ousmane Dembele ba bi from the starting spot. You find a conflict of profiles. Yes. Because Dybala no ban so bas number 10 but never say di kan it Dybala ba day. You continue to be a French player for Argentina even though Oba AS Roma or your top player.
Yeah.
This is football. This is football. There can never be two leaders on the field. One will have to sacrifice for somebody. And in the final third, Obi o share game no be for France and Spain who say Ousmane Dembele who game no so. Everybody saw it, but me try adwena koso say that problem no issue going forward, you know. I feel am for because Marija attack and won to me. Dembele Mbappe benya issue. Now from this team neighbor no Hana na me catch no. One say Mbappe wom.
Yeah.
Bless my shooting that the other side Hana and a Giroud that top. But team ya wom our Griezmann, our Kante, our Popo but Mbappe was the killer for this squad.
Yeah.
Say Dembele they were sorry waba. But who sacrifice for the other person?
Ni abijina coach no.
Minim so be me bra na obekodia.
Kakra. 1 minute.
I then a man for sympathizing with Angie Postecoglou.
Also a European trophy. Or we need to be something major. Major title.
Now you need come away say. Spurs echo see almost stadium. And no more cast some committing more fans into the stadium. No? They won a squad. It beats me about an established top 4 club.
Okay.
An established top 4 club. That's okay. Pochettino time. No, not Spurs in your top 6. They battled always for top 4, even with a minimal budget. And what you know, and I just say, no, we deserve to be in the top 4 Pochettino because you're a stadium. If you're not ready to work with this minimal budget, you know, they are. If I coach for fraud, never. But the squad near rich, so they were still thinking, say, when you're top coach, what's in the squad, never be a BB. Kakra, that squad, no, Lucas Moura, Hurricane, Free Musisoko, Musa Dembele, Munina, Omoko. Then Jose came in at some point. Jose buy, you know, at the Becca 1 week. Ama obako bought the league up no couple eno mu yi Joe Sedi omo yi Joe Sedi no obia can be say oh what dey no mu yi Joe Sedi and at that time no omo pre so many Champions League spot but no more just 5 points away and son Makobo no bought 2-2 with Everton after 2-2 no let us someone who say this guy you're fan of 17 months ago but top phone you
the target no
ultimate match but okwa boli cap we abeje because this guy
that's
not what we are looking at and you captain swap ye pobi obema ye I strong or top phone I got 5 points no rat top phone ontimi wuramu was started kasa about trophy no kojoji you be let's sack him and I'm sacking no Antonio Conte ba mu no what the winners mentality le ba ye but oba ni hwe bi o ka kire omo about 3-3 with Southampton about 3-3 we are pressure ba no so e March 18 2022 obo ya pressure ba no so tennis ma kan me na ma foul se bra be adwuma you came in there are difficulties couple either you shut down and ye nyina be solve situation no but okobontin ko didi nkomodi then you are not ready quote unquote. I think it's better to go into the problem. Antonio Conte, after so ball 3-3 was around here, I think it is better to go into the problem. We are not a team. We are 11 players that go into the pitch. I see selfish players that don't want to help each other and don't put their hearts into the game. This season compared to last, now we are worse in this aspect. To the owners, we are players now. It is easy in this way without pressure.
Okay.
Tottenham's story is like this: 20 years. The owner, they never won something, but why? The fault is only for the club or every manager that stay here. Antonio Conte na ekasayo. But for contest, Xavi befa Barcelona Jumano. As a club legend, onim problems or no start kasa. Sikeni ho okay sanse.
Yeah, obey.
One Laporta fa for say Xavi shut up na you di china. Yan kasa sa. But Luis Enrique Paris no o catch the players and say media mabamu no nyem na me best say bibia ba wo na me na say build the club na culture and sana ya win now Antonio Conte buy so ba be kasa Ange Postecoglou di say o EPL no so o di say 17th
kaka krebi
17th club was stadium we are boka gu hono what's why we in Champions League sport with
Tino
na compare obi a wa de wo Champions League wa je trophy and Thomas Frank when na ka be fa no
wo
but o check adwuma na o maye no fie no for Brentford dia you think say Thomas Frank aye adwuma Brentford because o share the budget o share Brian Remo ne one we samone place e wo Brentford dia akwayi so nya budget e so say Brentford wonya club e so say Brentford obetimi adwuma na mi yi Conte di mi yi Jose di mi yi obi oje Europa League di odwen say den 11 7 na dwini ho he's looking to establish Spurs as a top 4 fighter.
Okay,
that is it couple
into what they also
support me near mo bro am Ange Postecoglou.
Okay, Ange dase
miss me dase
oh akomia bre na me say cardboard here and I say but you're far as a coach now, Juma. The ultimate goal is to win a trophy for the club. And so one team and foul man call top 4 EPL now at European title. I think say and got time kakasa abem me now. And Gananke be but